Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good week. Before I start, I want to wish Mazel Tov to Avi and Dalia Leaf on the occasion of Yoni's Bar Mitzvah, and also Mazel Tov, Yoni, to your grandparents and great-grandmother, and of course to Eden, Ali and Zaki. Yoni, though the lockdown means that I won't be able to address you in the normal manner, I am pleased that I'll be able to say a few words to you face to face. So for now, I just want to say how impressed I am with how you have dealt with the uncertainties and limitations of the lockdown, including that, unfortunately, you can't celebrate your bar mitzvah in a normal manner together with friends and community. You are a young man of excellent midot, with a beautiful personality, a kindness and an appreciativeness, alongside the character trait of being content with what you have. And all these qualities are serving you well now, and will also be a tremendous source of nachas to your parents in the future. So, Yoni, Mazel Tov to you, and Mazel Tov to everyone. Looking forward to sharing this simcha and many more together. We are all aware of the sad and painful loss last Shabbos of our former Chief Rabbi, Jonathan Sachs, Zichrono Livracha. I shared some divrei hesped and words of tribute at the start of this week, so I'm not going to repeat them here, but for those of you who haven't yet heard them, I will post a link to them in the comments section below the YouTube clip. But I do think it is appropriate to use this Devar Torah slot to hear Rav Sachs Zatzal speak about this Sedra Chayei. In 2018, Rabbi Ephraim Goldberg interviewed Rabbi Sachs, and with his kind permission, I want to share Rabbi Sachs's response to the question asked, whether he had ever wavered in his emunah, struggled with his faith, and confronted uncertainty in his belief in Hashem, and how he dealt with it. So I will wish you all now a Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos, and hand over to Rabbi Sachs's reply as he responds to that question and shares a thought on Parshat Chayei. Good Shabbos.
Look, let me be very blunt with you. I have had many crises of faith. I have never had a crisis of faith in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in God. I have had many, many crises of faith in humanity. As soon as I began to understand the Holocaust, as soon as I began to understand that this took place at the heart of civilized Europe, it was not some third world country or some medieval century. And the biggest question of faith that I have is how come? Knowing all this would happen, HaKadosh Baruch Hu had faith in us. But I never lacked faith in God because I never expected the impossible from him. I know perfectly well that he put each of us here for a reason, and we are supposed to discern that and walk on ahead. For me, the critical moment that defined my faith was Parshat Chayei. It begins with the death of Sarah. There is Abraham, having lost his life companion. He is now 137. He has received from Hashem 3 promises. Number 1, I will give you the land. He promised him that 7 times. Number 2, I will give you children. 4 times. I will make you a great nation. There may be as many as the stars of the sky, as the sand on the seashore. I will make you not one nation, but many nations. And he had 1 son. Where was the father of many nations? Where was the infinite number of descendants? And what did he do at that moment when he should have had a crisis of faith? He understood that God said, walk on ahead of me. So what did he do? He bought the first plot of land. He made sure his son got married so that he would have Jewish grandchildren. And then in that strange episode, he takes an additional wife whose name is Keturah, and he has 6 more children who become the fathers of many nations. In other words, instead of expecting God to do it for him, he realized that God was expecting him to do the hard work for Hashem. Once I understood that, I never, ever had a crisis of faith.